Greetings, we are continuing our walks around Moscow. Today, our journey will take us to the Vodootvodny Canal. This place was once occupied by a swamp and later by the Sadovnicheskaya Sloboda settlement, which grew fruits and vegetables for the royal table. In the 18th century, it was decided to build a special canal in place of an old oxbow lake to save the Moskva River from the floods that ornamented the city every spring. Architect Nicolas Legrand designed a project to give this part of the city a new waterway. The Maria Kalish Bridge appeared here in the 1930s. There were bridges at this place before. When the Vodootvodny Canal appeared, there was a wooden bridge that connected the Zamoskvorechi district to what is now called Sadovnichesky or Bolotny Island. In 1935, the decision was made to replace the existing three-span stone bridge with iron trusses with a more elegant and modern structure, which would have the same design as the Bolshoi Kamennny Bridge built in 1938. The bridge is decorated with elegant medallions with Soviet symbols, which are located closer to the embankments. Half of the Vodootvodny Canal's bridges are pedestrian. The most famous of the pedestrian bridges is probably this one, the Luzhkov Bridge. Its name is often linked to the last name of the former Moscow mayor Yuri Luzhkov. But in fact, it derives its name from the Tsaritsyn meadow that used to be located on the opposite bank and later became a swamp. The bridge was built in the early 2000s and immediately attracted the attention of the city residents. A tradition appeared where newlyweds would come to the bridge, cross it, and hang a huge number of logs on the railings designed by Tsariteli to seal their marriage. The bridge connects the two banks of the Vodootvodny Canal and acts as a pedestrian path to one of Moscow's attractions, the State Tretyakovka Gallery. A new building of the State Tretyakovka Gallery is currently being built not far from the bridge. Maria Moskvoretsky Bridge appeared thanks to the 1935 General Plan of Reconstruction of Moscow. According to the plan, the new Luzh Avenue was to connect Red Square with the south of Moscow and cross the Moskva River. The bridge was supposed to be the crossing point. Consequently, the bridge designed by architect Shipov borrows its style from the Bolshoi Moskvoretsky Bridge built by Alexei Shusev. It was around this time that the tradition of naming bridges was being formed. The Bolshoi and Maly bridges on the Moskva River and the Vodootvodny Canal, Bolshoi Kamennny and Maly Kamennny bridges, and Bolshoi Moskvoretsky and Maly Moskvoretsky bridges. The bridge on which I'm standing is called Chugunny, or the cast iron bridge. The name may come off as a surprise because the bridge's modern railing do not look that massive, but in the past this place was occupied by Moscow's first cast iron bridge made of prefabricated structures built in 1838. It was a unique structure in the form of a semicircular truss with a deck at the bottom, which allowed big ships to pass under it. But unfortunately, its design did not allow for much traffic as the bridge was quite narrow. Since then, the bridge has been reconstructed several times. The modern roadway designs date back to the 1960s. And this is one of the Vodootvodny Canal's historical bridges. The bridge, which is called Sadovnichesky, was originally built to support the heat pipeline stretching from Hydropower Plant 1, but besides that, it also acts as a pedestrian bridge. It has a complex yet elegant compound design. The Commissariatsky Bridge was built in 1927 to replace the old bridge located near Commissariatsky Lane. It is an example of constructivist architecture. The style's influence is obvious in the geometric pattern of the railings and the bridge's very strict and laconic arch. The bridge retains the cobblestone pavement from 1930s. It also has one more interesting feature. If you look closely, you will see that the roadway bends at a wide angle to the Bolshoi Ustinsky Bridge. This is because when the Commissariatsky Bridge was built in 1927, the modern-day Bolshoi Ustinsky Bridge did not yet exist. In its place was an old 19th century structure which was located in a slightly different place. This bend allowed to keep the roadway connecting Bolshoi Ustinsky Bridge and Commissariatsky Bridge on the Vodootvodny Canal straight. This is where the old Commissariatsky Bridge stood. And indeed, we can see the dome of one of the 4 towers of the Commissariat, a building designed for the War Department by architect Nicholas Legrand in the 1780s. Another bridge from the constructivist era that can be found on the Vodootvodny Canal is the Zverev Bridge. It was built in 1930 by architect Isaac Francouz. The bridge features geometric railing ornaments characteristic of the constructivism era, as well as curved staircases. Such curves can be seen on many residential and public buildings of the constructivist era, along with geometric shapes like the ones on the house opposite the bridge. This is also simple geometry characteristic of the 1920s and 1930s. Such St. Petersburg-style descent to the water like this one, near the Malye-Krasnoholmsky Bridge, is a rare sight in Moscow. The bridge itself also looks like it belongs in St. Petersburg, with its bridges over small rivers and canals. The Malye-Krasnoholmsky Bridge was built by architect Alexander Vlasov together with the Bolshoi Krasnoholmsky Bridge as part of the 1938 reconstruction. The final point of our journey is the Shluzavoy, or Sluice Bridge. It is named after the sluice that was once located here and regulated the water level in the Vodootvodny Canal. A mill was built next to the sluice to make use of its dam. When the Moscow-Volga Canal was built in 1937 and the water level in the river began to be regulated by the Karamashevskaya and Perevinskaya hydraulic systems, the sluice was dismantled, and for a long time there was no connection between the 2 embankments. In 1963, it was decided to build the Shluzavoy Bridge. So what makes this bridge so interesting? The 1960s marks the advent of new technologies, including glued construction joints, and it was that technology that was used to build the Shluzavoy Bridge. Today, it is one of the most important bridges in Moscow and a convenient crossing point on the Vodootvodny Canal. Our journey along the Vodootvodny Canal is coming to an end. On this bright autumn day, we have enjoyed a pleasant walk along the rarely visited corners of Moscow and discovered a lot of new things, including the bridges of the Vodootvodny Canal. Continue walking with us around Moscow.